Did you know that in the next 10 years, the cleaning industry will be valued at over $750 billion? Yes, billion with a B. What's driving this growth? Simply put, humans continue to create the need for more cleaning, and the spaces humans occupy don't stay clean on their own. And every time a new home, office, clinic, or retail space is built, it instantly creates another long-term cleaning customer. On top of that, while technology and AI may be able to replace certain jobs, they cannot physically clean bathrooms and take out the trash. And robots will not be capable enough or cheap enough to keep up with the cleaning needs that the over 8 billion humans create anytime soon. And that's why the cleaning industry isn't just surviving, but thriving. And that makes it an incredible opportunity for you. I've been a cleaning business owner for over 25 years now. I've built multiple highly profitable cleaning businesses in multiple markets. And I've helped thousands of others do the same through this YouTube channel and my coaching program. So if you're feeling overwhelmed about where to start right now, don't worry, I got you. Specifically, in this video, I'm going to guide you through the first 8 steps you need to take to get your cleaning business off the ground and making you money as soon as possible. But before we get to the steps, let me just answer a few common questions about this industry. Number 1, can you make good money as a cleaning business owner? Absolutely yes. I started cleaning to support myself through college, but after I graduated, I learned I could make way more money growing my cleaning business than I could getting a job with my college degree. And here I am, over 25 years later, still a very happy and successful cleaning business owner, helping other people duplicate my success. Like my coaching student Jordan here, who made $1,500 in 4 to 5 hours of work with a commercial client. And Jan, who closed about $4,000 of jobs in a single day. And Laura, who averages about $75 per hour in her market. And Jackie, who did over $500,000 last year and is still growing. And yes, all cleaning client types can be incredibly lucrative. For a long time, I specialized in luxury residential. Now we only do commercial, and we have a team of amazing cleaners. But over the years, we have done it all. And regardless of whether you want to actually clean or hire the cleaning out, you can earn an incredible income. It is very possible for one-person cleaning businesses to make 6 figures a year. And in some markets, you can even earn that working part-time. And I'm not just talking about gross sales. I'm talking about your take-home pay as the business owner, also known as your net income. And businesses that scale by hiring cleaners can grow as big as they want. So again, can you make good money as a cleaning business owner? 100% yes. Number 2, does it cost a lot of money to get started? Absolutely not. You don't need expensive equipment or complicated marketing. Just get some of the basics that we'll cover in this video and start finding clients. And number 3, can you be successful even if there's a lot of competition in your market area? Without hesitation, I say yes. This industry has a huge demand, creating incredible opportunities, even for new cleaning business owners. And here is something I tell my coaching students all the time. You may have a lot of competition in your area, but you don't have a lot of good competition. There are so many bad cleaning businesses out there, and it's really not that hard to stand out and be better when you get a few key things right. Be sure to drop any other questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer every single one of them. Okay, this brings us to step number 1. Figure out your goals for this business and write them down. Some call this your business plan, but if you don't set goals, you'll have nothing to shoot for. So here are some questions to get you moving in the right direction. Do you want to create a full-time income, or is this a side hustle? Do you want to work alone, have a few employees, or create the biggest cleaning business in your area? Do you know yet if you want to specialize in residential, commercial, vacation rental, or construction cleaning? How much money are you looking to earn each week, month, and year? What hours do you want to work? The reason writing these things down is so important is because these goals will shape your decisions, limit the amount of time you waste, and reduce the mistakes you make along the way. But if you don't know the exact direction you want to go yet, that's okay. Don't let that stop you from starting. Just start with the goals you do know and see where it takes you. Post your goals below so I can cheer you on. Step number 2 is to pick your business name. This doesn't have to be complicated because at the end of the day, your success in this industry is not about your business name. It's about your professional nature and whether you know how to actually clean. If your goal is to grow and sell your business, then you shouldn't use your personal name, but make sure it very clearly states what you do. If it's just cleaning, then ABC Cleaning. If you also do home organization, then ABC Cleaning and Home Organization. You get the idea. And if you don't know yet what type of cleaning you want to specialize in, then keep it more generic for now. In the US, you can always add a trade name later on, meaning you have your primary legal business name, but then another name you operate under. But if you don't pick a name, you can't move forward. So that's required before you move on to step number 3, which is to register your business. So go see if the business name you want is available. Where to look depends on where you live. For example, in the US, it's by state, and you'll simply search for your state's Secretary of State website. A few states call it something different, but you'll find it if you search for that. Then do a business name search on that website. This is important because you need to register your business name before you invest in things like business cards. There's nothing worse than getting far into your business setup only to realize your name is already taken. Part of this process is also choosing your business structure. Again, using the US as an example, you could choose a variety of legal structures, but the most common for new cleaning businesses is a single member LLC, or if you have a spouse or partner joining you, a multi-member LLC. The advantage of LLCs is that they offer some protection against your personal assets. In the US, you will also need an employer identification number, or EIN, which you can apply for online. I can't get too specific here since depending on where you live, the process can vary quite a bit, but don't get overwhelmed. And if in doubt, just hire an accountant to help you. Many are happy to guide you through this process. One of the many reasons I love this industry is because there is so little overhead, meaning the expenses to run my cleaning business are incredibly low. But a good accountant is one of the things that I recommend investing in. Mine saves me time so I can focus on growing my business. And mine has also saved me lots of money over the years by giving me great advice. Regardless of the route you go, just be sure to register your business as soon as you have the name figured out. Step number 4, with your business name locked in, now it's time to think about your marketing materials. The only thing I recommend getting when you're just starting out is business cards. And yes, business cards still work very well, in fact. Right now, don't worry about a website or setting up social media or flyers or branded clothing. Just start with a high-quality business card. I do recommend you invest in high-quality business cards because they can help you make an excellent first impression. There are lots of providers online, and I'm currently using Canva. And a single card handed to the right person can literally lead to tens of thousands of dollars of income per client, which is an incredible ROI, or return on investment. And now is also a good time to set up a new email address to print on that business card and record a professional voicemail message. Keep your email address professional, like abccleaning@gmail.com, and make sure your voicemail is calm, simple, and professional. Next, do you need to be licensed, bonded, and insured? And do you need any other cleaning certifications? Let's take these one at a time, starting with licensing. In certain industries, a license is needed to show that you are legally permitted to conduct business in your city, municipality, or state, but it varies by location and profession. For example, where I live, home builders are required to have a business license, but handyman are not. And as a cleaning business owner, I am not required to have one either. So it really comes down to what is required where you will operate your business. If you don't know, you can easily find the answer online, but most often you'll call or visit your city or county clerk's office. Next is being bonded and insured. I have a full video on this topic inside a playlist, which I'll link below. But here are the basics. Bonds mostly cover your clients against theft and fraud. They aren't usually that expensive, so if you want it, get it. But unless a certain client type requires it, I wouldn't recommend buying it. On the other hand, insurance is required if you're going to build your business the right way. Specifically, you need general liability insurance. This protects you and your clients. And the good news is that it usually isn't that expensive. You can get free quotes from a variety of providers. It only takes a few minutes, So get your free quote today. And I have found that it pays off to buy insurance from well-known companies. This makes you look more professional and makes the client feel better protected. Workers' compensation is another type of insurance you could need, but it's not usually required when you're just starting out, unless a client is requesting it. Again, I talk about this more in my insurance video. And don't start paying for your insurance policies until you actually need them. Just get your quotes lined up and then purchase coverage when you start going on interviews. It should only take about 24 hours to activate your coverage once they've built a quote for you. And lastly, what about cleaning certifications? These might be needed for certain advanced cleaning tasks, such as mold remediation. But for general cleaning like scrubbing toilets and mopping floors, they are not usually required. Your success depends on your professional nature and whether you know how to actually solve your client's cleaning problems. That's it. Step 6 is to set up your bank accounts and invoicing. Every bank requires different documentation, so ask before you go in. But since you've already registered your business, you should have all the paperwork that you'll need. I have my insurance premiums deducted from my business bank account, so this step goes hand in hand with purchasing your insurance. Once you have your bank account number, you can then figure out how you'll invoice for your cleaning services. There are lots of great invoicing tools out there that are simple for both you and your clients. Just find one that's easy to use, that looks professional, and that you actually like. You could also get a full-blown CRM or customer relationship management software that also handles your invoicing. But that can be overkill depending on your goals. So a simple invoicing tool is fine at this stage. Step 7 is purchasing the other physical products you'll need in this business. But don't worry, it's not as much as you might think. Let's start with work attire. You don't need branded clothing, but you should always look professional, and this really will set you apart from your competition. I expect those who work for me to be presentable, and when I cleaned luxury residential, I always made sure that I was very well put together. And when I interview clients today, especially for high lifetime value commercial accounts, I step it up even more. This is one of the ways I attract much higher paying clients. So dress like a professional who owns a healthy business, and it will pay off. As far as equipment and products, my clients are trained to maintain pretty much everything needed to clean their property. I always did that in residential, and I still do that today with all of my commercial clients. There are certain cleaning kit essentials you will need to maintain, but they vary widely by client type. So to see those, be sure to check out my Amazon store linked below. I have different lists for different types of cleaning, but in most cases, I encourage you to train clients to provide the bulk of the cleaning products, like glass cleaners, toilet bowl cleaners, and so on. This will save you or your cleaners from having to carry a huge cleaning kit from job to job. The exceptions to this rule are construction cleaning and move-in and move-out cleaning, since in those cases the properties are usually empty. There is even one very essential tool that my business never takes from job to job, and that's a vacuum. And this is to prevent cross-contamination between properties. If your business takes its own vacuum from client to client, you are spreading germs and allergens. And since more and more people these days are sensitive to a variety of things, this just makes good sense. So I recommend you explain this to your clients and ask if you can use theirs. If they don't have a good one, then encourage them to upgrade. And last but not least is step 8. Build up your cleaning knowledge. You can be the best salesman on earth, but if you or the ones doing the cleaning in your business don't know how to clean properly, then your road to success will be long and slow. And even if all you're doing is selling the cleaning services, clients still expect you to be a cleaning expert since you're the owner. They will present certain questions or situations and expect educated answers. So invest the time into building your cleaning knowledge, and you will find much success in this industry. It's really not that complicated. And inside my coaching program, we cover this cleaning knowledge in depth. So if that's something you need help with, check it out below. So to recap, this is an incredible industry with tons of money-making potential, and getting started is not as hard as some people make it out to be. And the best part is that once you have everything we talked about set up, it's just about finding clients and getting to work. But you're probably left with some other questions like, how do you find your first client and beyond? How do you interview with those clients? How do you bid jobs? What should you charge? How do you hire cleaning staff? And how do you build the cleaning business everyone wants to hire? To find the answers to those questions and so much more, check out the full free playlist of videos linked below. Or if you want to reach your goals even faster, then learn how to work with me directly at the other link below. We will build your highly profitable cleaning business from the ground up, without overwhelm and without guesswork, using my proven system, and I'll be with you literally every step of the way. So let's get to work building what you want together. And remember, more profit equals more freedom.